International students at several Ohio universities have had their visas revoked by the U.S. Department of Homeland Security. 21 News reached out to both Kent State and Youngstown State to get their response. Kent referred us to a statement from its president, who said on Friday that one student and 3 recent graduates who had post-grad work permits had their visas revoked. Quote, "We are working to connect with each of these individuals to ensure that they're aware of this change in their status." Kent State was not given advance notice nor specific reasons for the decisions. Kent State values its international students. They are part of our community. We also reached out to Youngstown State, which said that it did have a small percentage of international students affected by this. They issued the following statement. It reads in part, quote, "The YSU International Programs Office has been working with the affected students and providing guidance to others. As always, we continue to encourage our international students to follow the applicable immigration laws. We have reached out to our elected officials and federal agencies to request guidance to assist them going forward." The same thing also happened in Pennsylvania at the University of Pittsburgh and Carnegie Mellon. So joining us to talk more about this issue and the legal side of student visas is attorney Matt Mangino. Thanks for joining us, Matt.
Thanks for having me.
So a student visa can get canceled for several reasons, but schools are saying that the government is terminating legal statuses under the radar with very little notice to students and schools, which leaves them open now for deportation. Does someone have a right to appeal this?
Well, with regard to deportation, yes. I mean, the United States Constitution does not talk in terms of citizens. It talks in terms of persons. So there are due process rights that are available to individuals who are subject to deportation. Now, deportation in these situations with student visas traditionally is very unusual. Student visas can be revoked, but normally that doesn't mean that the student has to leave the country. It just means if they do leave the country, they may not be able to get back in.
Gotcha. Now, there are allegations that students who have been involved with pro-Palestinian activism or speech, like Columbia student Mahmoud Khalil, are being specifically targeted. If a client could prove this, could they have any grounds for an appeal in that it's infringing on their First Amendment rights?
Well, again, you're right. The First Amendment rights apply to citizens who are here, individuals who are here on a visa who are not citizens of the United States. In some of these instances, at least it appears that the basis for their revoking the visa or even wanting to deport students is their expression with regard to the Palestinian Israeli situation. And that is really chilling. We have in this country a right to express ourselves, whether you're here legally on a visa or whether you're a citizen of this country. And so, the idea that students are being asked to leave this country because their visas have been revoked because they've expressed themselves is really a concern.
Any legal recourse here for colleges? Can they sue the government over this, especially a university that may have a larger international student population?
Well, when you look at the money that foreign students pay in this country, I mean, it's in the billions in terms of tuition and other school-related expenses and expenses and costs that they pay within the communities that they live. I mean, this is big business, and I think that the more of an impact it has, the more of a chilling effect that it has on students, foreign students wanting to come to the United States. Yeah, I think universities are going to look at how do we change this current situation, because it's going to have a huge economic impact on colleges and universities across the country.
So I imagine you probably foresee a lot of challenges to what's happening right now.
I'm sure that attorneys who represent institutions of higher learning, especially institutions that have a lot of foreign students, are looking very closely at what their options are and how they can challenge this so that it doesn't continue to be a concern for parents and students who live outside the country who want to come here for an education.
Yeah, it's certainly a scary scenario for a lot of those that are involved. We'll be keeping a close eye on it. Matt Mangino, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.